Good morning to all. It's indeed a great joy for the Department of Biotechnology to keep you connected and give the prospective candidates on the opportunities that arise in biotechnology. I'm Dr. Jibu Thomas, Associate Professor and HOD in the Department of Biotechnology at Karunya Institute of Technology and Sciences, Coimbatore. I have given my presentation wherein which some photographs, real photographs of the campus, appropriate laboratories are all been given. On the index slide, what you see is the campus aerial photograph. So my presentation will have some videos. This is the actual campus, because some of you have not visited the campus, some of you are not aware about how Karunya University itself is. So I'm just showing you a video, which is a very small video, wherein which how the campus life happens in Karunya, what are the infrastructure with regard to the class, with regard to the auditorium, with regard to the activities, laboratories, innovations, the equipments, faculty interactions, the discoveries, art and craft, the music, arts and media, regular learning exercises, sports, extension, NSS, technical fest, NCC, dance competitions, international collaboration, hostels, the rooms, the gymnasium, the dining room, and finally the convocation. So that was primarily been aimed to give you a small snippet on how the campus of Karunya itself is. Let me remind you, these particular video is available on the website of Karunya, karunya.edu. You are welcome to see that website too. Now my presentation will be there for next 40-45 minutes of time. My presentation will focus on biotechnology, the department, the choice that should be made by a candidate, looking at what parameters are they, then the university as such, what Karunya itself is. So I'll be trying to give you the insight to a student who is interested in joining a biotechnology program. Some say that, no, I'm a NEET aspirant, I would like to apply for NEET examination. Once after the examination results are there, I would like to take up a decision. Yes, you are very much welcome onto that, but please explore the opportunity that could be given by biotechnology, even if you are a NEET aspirant too. So you can also get benefited out of it. So I'll be showing you, showcasing you what are the brilliant scopes, what biotechnology itself is, in which are all the fields wherein which you can really get connected on biotechnology. Those will be shown to you. And at least a small crowd of the students are really not aware about what Karunya itself is, how big it is, what type of infrastructure that we have, what type of research and development facilities that we have, or what type of cutting edge technologies that we have in place. So I'll also be giving you some insights on what they are. Now, this is my slide on Karunya University. Karunya University was started in the year of 1986. Then later it became an autonomous college in 1999. Later, by the year of 2004, University Grants Commission has made Karunya the deemed to be university. So we are now a deemed university. In 2005, we started with biotechnology program. Every year, Karunya participate in all national ranking programs. So NIRF being a national ranking framework, wherein which Karunya stands as 72 in a college category and 92 in university category. So which means we proudly say among several hundred thousands of institutions in India, we are one among the 100 top institutions of the nation. Our programs and university have been approved by AICTE, which is All India Council for Technical Education. University Grants Commission also has given necessary accreditation and approvals for university. Our BTech Biotechnology program is approved by National Board of Accreditation, which is actually a global accreditation. I'll be speaking about this as time comes into be. And I said above, National Institutional Ranking Framework, which we are a party towards it, and we are 1 in 100 within India. To just say about Karunya in a little more detail, you can see the pictures of our founders, late Dr. DGS Dinakaran. We fondly call him as Uncle Dinakaran. Then we have Dr. Paul Dinakaran, the current Chancellor of Karunya University. Primarily, Karunya is a Christian minority institution, but we do admit students of any religion, of any nationality, and for any state for that matter. So we have students from different regions of the country, and even students from different countries too. we get a lot of NRI students also into this. We have almost 800 students with over 30,000 plus alumni who have already completed different types of programs from Karunya. All our programs are all industry oriented. Our campus is quite big. We have 700 acres of land, which is a very serene environment in the foothills of Western Ghats. Once you witness the photograph or once you come back to Karunya, you will appreciate joining me that it's a very beautiful campus with the lush green trees. You can see mountains on the all other sides. Campus is fully Wi-Fi enabled. We have got a lot of international exchange programs, collaborations, where faculty, students are all getting exchanged. There are also internships through which student members, while doing their program, either BTech or MTech or MSc program, they get an opportunity to be in some of the foreign universities for a small period of time, normally 3 to 6 months. We call it as a semester abroad, primarily for their research activities. We have tie-up with a lot of the prominent institutions and industries within India and within globe. We have student innovations, incubation, and business startups within the campus. Karunya do have fully furnished residential facilities. We don't call it as hostels. We primarily call it as residences, exclusively for boys and girls. I'll be showing little more details onto that. Karunya do have wonderful classrooms with smart enabled teaching aids. We also have a wide gallery classroom. You can just see the picture there. And we also follow choice-based credit system, wherein which as years progress, students will be given with opportunity for themselves to choose whichever program they want it to be. So if a course is interested to them, a course is really in a market demand, and if a student wanted to choose that, we normally encourage them to do that, and that is a system. Our central library requires a mention. What you see in the photograph is the first floor of the central library. We have got 1.5 plus lakhs of books there. Total investment on the books alone is 7 plus crore lakh rupees. Most of the leading journals are being subscribed. We have a lot of electronic journals and electronic books being available in the university library. Residences are one of the attraction at Karunya. It is spread across a big land area, say around from 70 to 85, 90 acres of land, including the sports complexes. We have got 15 residences, you mean the hostels, and of which 8 residences or hostels are meant for boys, primarily boys doing different programs, with a capacity of around 5,000 boys could be staying in the campus. Separate block or a campus itself for ladies. We have got 7 such residences, which can accommodate 3,000 plus students. So I mentioned about 8,000 plus students in the campus. We have rooms, facilities, everything required for all such students to be available in the campus. We have separate dining rooms. We have automated baking facility, steam cooking facility. A rural community hospital is also available within the campus. This is the steam cooking facility that we have. Needless to say, we have 24/7 power supply. There is no power cut that happens in the campus. We have a standby for that too. Then we also have a common baking facility to take care of the daily needs of the students. Moving further, I'm just showing you a few pictures of how life happens at Karunya. This is an ladies' residence. You can just see the central courtyard where the green lush is all been maintained. On the right side top, we have the beauty salon or the beauty parlor for the ladies. Then there is a supermarket, which is also inside the ladies' hostel. Then the gymnasium picture you can see there. These are exclusively for ladies. Similar is also been shown for the gents' residences or the boys' hostel, we call it to be. Moving further, the sports facilities of Karunya is also remarkable. We have got 15 plus acres of land exclusively dedicated for various sports facilities, both indoor as well as outdoor. You name any sports, we have it. May it be badminton, basketball, table tennis, indoor like chess, caroms, etc. We have football, 3 plus grounds are there. Hockey, we have a big ground. Volleyball, we have a ground. For kabaddi, we have a ground. For ball badminton, we have a ground. Handball, we have a ground. And we also have galleries. You can just see the right bottom corner where in this Karunya Evangeline Memorial Sports Tournament happens every year, where in which many universities from different parts of the country, normally they assemble and the sports happens at Karunya campus. So that gives you a little information about how Karunya looks like and what is into. As slides progress, I'll be adding few more information onto that. Now I'm just focusing on what biotech or what is biotechnology at Karunya. Like some parents may say we are not very sure about biotechnology, but let me tell you, during this pandemic period of COVID-19, each one of us have become more familiar with what biotechnology is, because most of the biotechnological terms like virus replication, vaccine production, industrial biotechnology, animal testing, clinical trials, these are basically the part of one segment of biotechnology that has become familiar to most of us. So I don't think at this point of time you may not require an introduction onto that. But to precisely say, use a biological organism or a product, thereby a process, a technology is developed to help in the process wherein which a humankind or environment is benefited. So if a biological system is beneficial to somebody, and if biological system is used, then we call it as biotechnology. The simplest example that everybody uses in life, the insulin, which we call it as human insulin, is ultimately a product of recombinant DNA technology, which is the fundamental of biotechnology. So I'm just familiarizing you. So moving on to the biotechnology program at Karunya, we have started our biotechnology department in 2005. I told you 1986 was the year in which the university or the college was formulated. But by 2005, we started with BTech Biotechnology. In 2007, we started with MTech Biotechnology. In 2008, we already have two PhD programs in biotechnology, which are the research facilities in biotechnology. So why I say this is that by 2008, we have in place adequate infrastructure that are required for a research level program to happen in biotechnology. Because normally, you would be, as aspirants, you would like to compare Karunya Biotechnology with many other institutions. So when you say about an institution should have adequate infrastructure facility to cater research requirements, which means they have complete infrastructure for it. So I'm not stopping with infrastructure. I'll be sharing a few more things onto that. So from 2020 onwards, we started diversifying our programs. We added MSc Biotechnology in 2020. In 2021, from the current intake, we have added 2 more programs. One is a BSc Genetics and Microbiology, which is a science program 3-year, and MSc Biomedical Genetics, a PG program, science program 2-year. Please note all our programs are approved by AICTE, recognized by UGC and Ministry of Human Resources Development. Our BTech Biotechnology program is also an NBA approved program. So these are the courses or the programs currently offered from the department. We have BTech Biotechnology for 4 years. MTech Biotechnology is a program for 2 years. MSc Biotechnology is another 2-year PG program for the graduates who have completed BSc in Life Sciences. We have PhD in Biotechnology for any postgraduate students, may it be MTech Biotechnology or MSc Biotechnology. If the +2 student is not interested in an engineering-based biology program, then we offer a 3-year BSc Genetics and Microbiology, which is a dual degree program. We have it for 3 years. We also have an MSc Biomedical Genetics, which is a 2-year program. Moving a little more further on to the depth of the program, we give multi-focus to the biotechnology program. The simple reason is that we get students from different backgrounds. They would have completed +2 with different background, which means some would like to become a scientist, some would like to become a teacher, some would like to become a part of a known industry, some would like to work on quality control, some would like to work on vaccines, some would like to work on industrial processes. So we have students coming from different backgrounds. So the only program that do have a multi-dimensional focus, which give flexibility for a student to pick and choose as they graduate through first year to second year to third year and fourth year. So this is a flexibility of biotechnology program. So once after you complete, you will all have focus in 3 different areas. One is that we are giving you adequate industry focus. Thereby you become ready for any bioprocess technology companies that is in the globe. You can also have a focus on healthcare technology. Health is actually a need of the hour. So we give adequate information, and our curriculum is designed that you have subjects which are focusing on healthcare, like cancer biology, stem cell technology, biopharmaceutical technology, so on and so forth. We also give equal input on food and agriculture biotechnology, there in which once after completing your BTech Biotechnology, if you want to deviate your focus towards food and agriculture, you will still have an opportunity for that too. Many ask why biotechnology and why BTech Biotechnology. My simple answer to you, each one of you, is that if you are focusing on a course that could give you growth, that can take you to greater heights of success, and that will also be giving you a rewarding, sustainable career, I would rather say that is BTech Biotechnology. I would like to add a little more onto that. Why is it? Normally, once after completing +2, the student comes with a lot of goals. my interest was biology, or I would like to do a program which is biology oriented, and I would like to take up my education in that area. So you can have this bulb being cut as two halves. On the left half, I would like you to give it as an individual level attention. I have an interest for biology. I would like to dream to say that I would like to be like this, and scientist, a teacher, an entrepreneur, or an biology data handling scientist, or I would like to do something in biological areas of artificial intelligence or machine learning, because bioinformatics is also a part of it. So these may be some of your interest onto that. So what I say is that you can blend your interest with Karunya, where in which your interest can always be upskilled, and we will also be taking you through we will also be sustaining you through values, so that you become a responsible engineering graduate, which will always take you to greater heights when you get associated with any company of your interest. Now, many ask, once after I do my biotechnology, where can I be, or what would I be? Or the students simply put up the option this way: sir, somebody says that biotechnology does not have any scope. So is that real? That is what people normally would like to say. So I would like to answer you in a different way. I don't speak about what others ask, but I would like to give you some explanation on what is the scope of biotechnology. So later you will come to know that yes, biotechnology is ultimately everything. If you are a candidate who would have completed +2 with either of these combinations, physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology, or physics, chemistry, and biology, or physics, chemistry, and mathematics, you can just see different combinations in your group 1, 2. You call it as science in +2 with science, or +2 with mathematics, or a combination of math biology. I would say your admission to a biotechnology program is very simple. You can ultimately dream about a biotechnology career, wherein which you will be happy to work with DNA, RNA, protein, animals, cells. So a lot of fascinating things are in store for you. So what after biotechnology? What can I do, or what will I be learning? If you ask me onto that, I would say I would even bracket it as 3 baskets of subjects, wherein which you will be able to work on molecular biology. You would have, I'm sure most of you would have heard about cloning, DNA sequencing, say the gene expression. All those things would have been known. So the recombinant DNA technology, the molecular biology is the fundamental of it. You can work that in either at plant level or with animal level. So plant biotechnology could be one of your area. Once after you are doing your BTech biotechnology, you can become animal biotechnology as one of your area. You can also get into the secondary area, where in which healthcare is given a focus. You can study biopharmaceutical technology and get into a biopharma industry. You can specialize yourself on vaccine technology. Either you can work as a scientist if you have done your higher degrees, or you can be a support towards and vaccine technological industries. You can work under quality control, a scientific technician, scientific officer, a quality documentation system, or clinical research organization. All those things could be there. You can work on microbial gene technology. You can also work on embryogenics, primarily genetic engineering, gene cloning, or jobs like embryologist. So those are some other options that you have it to be. Then the third basket is mostly focusing on industry, because there are a lot of industries. If you see in the recent past, a lot of companies have made a lot of investments in India and abroad. So other question many people ask is that after completing biotechnology, do I get a suitable job in India? Yes, India is a very potential market, and the growth in the biotechnology segment has been on a rapid pace during the last few years. And they are looking for qualified, skilled biotechnologists, thereby they could always give you a job. So industries are plenty. You can work on industrial biotechnology. You can work in any industry for that matter where environmental pollution is a concern. So biotechnology people are being preferred. Thereby, the pollution related aspects are all being taken care by normally a biotechnologist. You can also work on genomics and proteomics. This happens at various levels, maybe at a clinical level or a laboratory level. There are a lot of agencies who focus on this. And later, if you see, we are slightly moving towards a concept on designer babies, or once a baby is born, a segment of a gene, the genome is taken, it is all being sequenced, and no sooner you will have a personalized medicine that is going to come up in the near future. So all those things are dependent upon the genomics and the proteomics knowledge of a candidate, wherein which you will be the one for it. Now, the second option, which normally comes to a candidate who would have completed your physics, chemistry, and biology, is that should I go for medicine? Should I take a paramedical? Should I take any other biological sciences? Or should I get into allied fields? My simple answer towards that is that you can, over and above this, I would encourage you to take a biotechnology, which will give you a lot of flexibility to switch over between the program as the case may be. And in future, you will be definitely able to have a successful career in the desired field that you would like it to be. Not that a company would only like to give you a job, but whatever company that you want to join, you will have a flexibility of joining. One of the key strengths that we have in Karunya is with regard to the faculty we have. We have 20 faculty members, the professors, associate professors, and the assistant professors at the Department of Biotechnology. Please note, all of them are doctorates. They all possess a PhD degree. Most of them do have either an industrial exposure or a postdoctoral research, or they would have completed a research experience from a foreign country. That is the advantage of the faculty that we have, which means the faculty at the Department of Biotechnology, Karunya University will be able to deliver the content in the most sought after way. And the diversity speaks about, because I said we get people from different background, and we would like to groom them in their own interest. So in that level, if you look into, we have faculty of different disciplines or specialization. You may call them as bioinformatics or biotechnology or chemical engineering or industrial biotechnology, enzyme engineering, microbiology, plant biotechnology, animal biotechnology. You can call any specialization for that matter. We have faculty members of all such specialization. Thereby, we will be able to cater to any requirements of the student as they do their mini project or an industrial training or a theoretical knowledge too. I've just given you a small brief of the curriculum that we have. Just to say that our curriculum is a very competitive curriculum, wherein which, as per the guidelines given by AICTE, in comparison to the Indian Institute of Technology or National Institute of Technology, as well as with foreign universities, we have formulated our curriculum with subjects or courses giving focus on all latest innovations. So we have components like general paper. This general paper will help you getting a general placement. Like if you want to get into an IT-based placements, you can still use the knowledge that you have gained through general courses. Then you start with basic courses, because we even get students who would not have learned their biology in their +2. So they will all be able to refresh their thoughts on basic sciences. Then we go on to engineering sciences, then the core of a technology program and the soft core. And one of the attraction that we have is that we have components like mini project, industrial training program, and one final semester is fully dedicated on an individual research project. Every student will be able to do one project of their own choice. So thereby, we are strengthening their understanding. And every theory that has been taught in Karunya, the Department of Biotechnology, do have a parallel laboratory being given to them. So thereby, they'll be able to better understand what the theory to them. I'm just showcasing you in few slides some of the unique facilities that we have in Karunya. We have a facility to work on small animals, like students will be able to do research on mice, rat, hamster, guinea pig, chicken, fishes. So this is one other facility that we have, which is approved by the respective agency. Here I've just shown the approval number, etc. onto that. We have a lot of research laboratories. Just to showcase onto that, we have biochemistry lab, molecular biology lab, cell biology lab, microbiology lab, engineering labs like downstream processing, biochemical engineering, bioprocess laboratories. Then we have animal tissue culture lab. You just go to www.karunya.edu/biotechnology. You'll be able to see all such details. I am presenting it in my slides, and the photographs and the links are also being available there. So this is to speak about the laboratories. Moving a little further, some of the students even ask us that, do we have an opportunity to study abroad or go abroad? The reason is that some say that after my BTech biotechnology, I would like to do my masters from foreign universities. So in what way do you help us? That is one question normally some of the students ask. Let me tell you, we have an international student exchange program, wherein which some of the selected students every year will get an opportunity to go abroad. Foreign universities in Europe, in US, or in South Asia. They can spend 3 months to 6 months of their time there, do a project and come back with no additional fees for this. And when they are in their respective foreign universities, they will also be given stipend to meet their living expenditure. So that is the advantage. And interestingly, when a student travels from Karunya to a foreign university, One student from foreign university also comes to Karunya, which means Karunya is globally accepted for student transfers. And every year, the numbers are on the hike. Last year, we have around 12 to 15 students who have gone abroad under this program. This is a picture just showing a global picture where in which some of our the foreign Indians who have come to Karunya, who sent their time in biotechnology. So we had students from Argentina, from Norway, from Canada, from USA, from Thailand. We have students, and we also had students sending from our department to their universities also for being to do their project and then come back to the campus. So by doing so, they get an exposure. They understand what is the foreign learning culture, and they come back. And if they're interested to do further studies, they apply to their professors and the university, and most of them even get an opportunity to study in the respective universities too. So one another important point I would like to say is that many say that is biotechnology a research-oriented course? I would say you need not consider biotechnology as a research-oriented program at an undergraduate level, just as a BTech level. It is mostly a skill-involved course, which means we teach them through laboratories, which teach them through experimentation. So their understanding is that when they do or perform some experiment, they are able to learn it better. Some may be a dry lab experiment, some may be a visualization, some may be simulation. So there are different packages for it, and accordingly we teach them. So basically, the theory that has been taught to them is also being strengthened through a practical exposure, and thereby their fundamental understanding becomes stronger, and they become a suitable candidate for any company to take them when it comes to the placement. But interestingly, the faculty members of biotechnology also get a lot of funds from various government agencies to do a project in Karunya, because government gives a lot of projects, and government give projects only on the recent topics to be researched, something which is latest, something need to be really been looked into. And we were successful in getting close to around 3 crore rupees with regard to the funding projects. And the advantage what student gets from the project is that some of our students who are doing their program, if they are interested, they can also become a part of this research, spend extra time with the faculty member and try to learn from the faculty what research is. Because some would like to take up only an BTech biotechnology for a job. Some would continue to do their MTech, leading to an PhD or a doctoral degree. So we get different type of students. So if you are a student who is interested to take up your BTech biotechnology as a research focused subject, yes, you can still do that. No, I'm not an candidate interested in research, but my interest is towards biology to take up a BTech biotechnology. That has also been helpful in this regard. So faculty members get funds from different funding agencies like Department of Science and Technology, Defense Research Organization, from Department of Biotechnology, Science and Engineering Research Board, etc., etc. So I'm just showing you the details of the projects where in which some work on cancer, some work on environment, some work on gene expression, some work on molecular study, some work on multi-drug resistance. So we have different people work on different areas which actually showcase their expertise. When you speak about Karunya, Karunya University is one institution which actually give their focus on the activities aligning towards the scientific activities of the nation. Because if you see the focus of India actually focuses on certain areas. And Karunya primarily focus on food, water, healthcare, and energy, 4 important verticals of Karunya. So any research, any academic focus that we have, any mini project that we do, or any innovation that we bring in, all will have either a correlation towards food, water, healthcare, and energy. And Department of Biotechnology, among the listed 2025 technology missions on Karunya, we focus on healthcare through herbal medicine. We also use IoT or AI-based technologies in agriculture. We focus on food security through development of value-added products, development of extraction process, development of technologies for processing, etc. We also focus on stem cell research mission towards cell culture technologies, both at animal level, plant level, in vitro, animal model level. We are into that. We also focus on healthcare products through nanotechnology, development of various nano synthesized particles. Thereby, the bioavailability of the product can be enhanced. Drug delivery, drug discovery can always be looked into. That is one another area that we are looking into. We also focus on green energy technology mission, wherein which biofuels is one of the research that we have. We work on microbial fuel cells. We also work on bio oil, which could be extracted from different sources like algae, so on and so forth. So this is the focus that we have on technology mission. And these technology missions also gets aligned on the United Nations or the state governments science and technology missions. Now, doing research, what actually gets benefited? We are able to bring in a lot of products and which could also be patented. Among Karunya, the various departments, Department of Biotechnology is one department that really has the highest number of patents. The faculty members, the students who are doing their BTech and MTech get jointly apply for patents, and we have 20 number of patents, 20, from the Department of Biotechnology in the recent past. So I've just given the faculty's names. You can be sure that most of the patents do have students also onto that. So we work on healthcare products, we work on environmental products, we work on different issues, healthcare issues that comes onto that. So thereby our innovations are getting recognized. You may have to know that why is a patent is being granted. Only if the process or a product is new and novel, which no one else have found it, only then we can do a patenting. So in this regard, there will be a session coming up with more detail on what individual patents are. Moving a little more further, Karunya not only focus on academics, but we would like to give a wholesome development to the student, where we conduct various type of activities. On the right side, lower bottom, you can just see a foreign professor from National Donghua University, Taiwan. She visited Karunya to teach our students. So this is a photograph of a class session that is happening at Karunya. If you can see the left topmost, we conduct national and international workshop, research collaborations, wherein which foreign faculty members visit Karunya, and Karunya students as well as faculty members do get an opportunity to travel back to their country too. We also conduct various technological fests, wherein which students are able to present their findings, interact with other students. We also conduct training workshops internally, thereby their skill developments are already always been given a due focus. Now, the next obvious question any student would ask you is that, do I get a job immediately after my BTech? My answer to you is yes. You're doubly sure that most of the students, if you're a performer, it is easy for you to get into a job in any of these listed companies so soon. Whatever logos I have shown here are the logos of very prominent biotechnology associated companies who have already recruited our students. We have students in Pfizer, we have students in Biocon, we have our own students in Merck, Eppendorf, Reliance Sciences, Dr. Reddy's, CIFO R&D, Nestle. These are some of the prominent biotechnology companies who regularly recruit our students. We also have our students getting placed in IT companies, because IT companies do also have wing on healthcare projects, wherein which companies like Infosys, Accenture, Wipro, TCS, Cognizant Technologies, they also take students to place them on bio-related projects. So one advantage which biotechnology students do have is that you can either get yourself placed in IT company, or you can also get placed in biotech company. This is one major attraction for biotechnology, because if you take any other stream, the students will be able to get themselves placed only in one stream. So within the biotechnology, if you see, you can get yourself placed in pharma company, equipment manufacturing company, instrumentation company, animal biotech company, plant biotech company, agriculture product company, food biotechnology company, environmental biotechnology company, so or any other industries for that matter. So diverse is your scope of getting yourself placed in any of these companies. Our research always takes it to get our results getting published in best of the journals. So maybe some of you are, if you are from an academic background, you will know that what is the importance of this. The only point I just want to say is that all our research findings are getting communicated to a scientific community. And if you see the author's name here, in most of the cases, you will see that students are also part of the publication that gets from the portals of Karunya. So which means that is a recognition that comes to a student who may be doing only BTech, or some may be doing their MTech, some may be doing their masters. But in all these cases, students are able to make some publications. So once you make a publication, you are counted in the scientific community. That advantage also goes to the students. We do have a regular practice of conducting alumni meet, parents meet. I've just shown you some of the pictures where in which parents visits us back, and we do have a lot of interaction. And these are a process by which we get a feedback from the parents, primarily to know what you feel about Karunya, or what is needed to be improved upon. So we are continuously on a process of improvement. So any input that has been given from a parent side or an alumni side is always been taken wholeheartedly, and we try to implement it as it comes. Some of the best practices I just want to show is that we have got an mentoring system, which is a uniqueness towards that. We call it as one faculty member will be assigned as a mentor. He will actually act as a campus parent. So parents can always convey whatever information that you wanted it to be focused in the student to the mentor. Mentor in turn will have a close watch on the development activities of the student, and which in turn will be communicated back to the parent. So parents will always have a free access towards the progress of the student. So this is very successful in the campus of Karunya, which we call as a mentoring system. We have online system to monitor us. We have a closed group, either WhatsApp or email group with the parents. So mentors very closely communicate to you. Even in case where in which a student is sick or a student may have to be sent for a conference or a training, the mentor normally plays the role and mentor facilitates all formalities for it. So anything that is required for a student, we call it as Mendy, is always been taken care by the faculty. We have an automated learning management system. We have a choice-based credit system, wherein which I told the student will be able to choose whichever subject they want it to be. We have international internship with stipend. I already explained towards that. We have student safety insurance. We also have sexual harassment prevention cell, anti-ragging committee, electronic governance. If at all there are some grievances happens, we have a grievance redressal cell, which is completely online process. Just at the shoot of a mail, you will be able to get any such issues being solved. Some students who wanted to have some type of job within the campus while they are learning, we call it as Earn While You scheme. The university advertised for it, and some of the eligible students are always being selected for this. We have electronic lab records. We have portals like courses.karunya, online.karunya, which actually takes care of the entire online learning process. One more thing I just want to add here is that a global rating agency called as QS Star Rating has given highest ranking for Karunya for e-learning exercises, which means Karunya do have infrastructure, adequate competency in faculty, delivering classes, evaluation online. So since you should not be scared of going through an online process, because during this pandemic period, we have only option of going by online. We also get feedback from students on every classes that gets over. So thereby anything that requires to be addressed normally gets addressed then and there. We do organize regular parents meet. We have options for products-based learning, student labs wherein which they can develop their innovations. We also have a predefined academic calendar. At the start of the course, we normally circulate this calendar to the students as well as faculty members. So they are aware about when the examinations will come, when are the holidays that is coming up, when are the time in which convocation, result declaration, all those things are all being placed on the academic calendar. So that gives a well ahead planning for any student, because we have students from NRI, if they would like to book their tickets early, just looking at the academic calendar, they'll be able to plan for their vacations, their travel, etc., etc. So we also have a practice of awarding and recognizing the students. We have awards like Chancellor's Award, toppers for every outgoing batch, semester-wise, semester toppers. So these are some of the recognitions that we get. So we top in extension activities, extracurricular activities too. So in a nutshell, I just want to say that Karunya could be a best place for you to learn and actually grow. You look for any program, we have a program to get it offered, and we invite that you can be a part of this Karunya. Now, with regard to the fees, the entire fee structure has already been given in the website, but there are interesting scholarship for the students. If you have 95% in your plus 2, then you are eligible for 1,20,000 of scholarship for 1 year. So anybody with 60%, if you're a girl, you get normally 40,000 scholarship. And if you're a boy or a girl with 80%, then you still have a 40,000 scholarship. It can go up to 60,000 and 1,20,000 rupees. Similarly, we have also scholarships for foreign or NRI students. Those are also being given. Now, I've just given the link for our website. www.karunya.edu is the website for Karunya. Admissions.karunya.edu is the portal wherein which you can do the complete process online. Please take it from us. There are no middlemen. There are no agents for Karunya. No capitation fee, no donation is being accepted anywhere. We do it very transparently. All our fee structures, our policy, regulations are all being well displayed in the website. So for any information, just please have a look onto the website karunya.edu. If you would require any further assistance, I'm sure Dr. Levin Anbuz or Dr. Anu Jacobs' number is with most of you. You can feel free to contact them. My number is given at the last. You can write to me at hod_biotech@karunya.edu, or you can also call in toll-free number to get any of these details. But please feel free to contact our faculty members, either Dr. Levin Anbu, Dr. Anu Jacob, or me, if at all you have any requirements with regard to the admission, with regard to any clarification, academic inputs, curricular, co-curricular, anything that you want to know, please feel free to ask us.